everybody, before you watch the video, make sure you follow the page, like the video. Hope you enjoy.
Just when you started, there were not many girls back then, right? Even though the female jiu-jitsu community is growing massively. We just been to a couple of days ago. Actually, we've been to a competition in Melbourne. There was a brown and black belt competition.
Yeah, eight woman tournament.
Yeah, to 8 woman tournament. That was amazing. Actually, the level was great.
Yeah.
But also, so that just shows how much it's been growing. And so, what was the challenges that you had back then? Like to start it, there was a very male-dominated. There wasn't many probably people your size. What was the challenge that you faced back then?
It was actually very intimidating to come to a gym with like just males. I think the thing that kind of eased the anxiety was my partner was rolling with me a little bit at home prior to actually coming into the gym. And he built my confidence up. He'd be like, you're really strong and exhale this stuff. That kind of built my confidence to the point where I could actually come into the gym and then train. So yeah, is that what you mean? Like in terms of like a challenge?
Yeah, like aside from you feel intimidated, like in training as well, there was probably bigger guys, you know what I mean? Like you find that also much harder for you than, for example, what we achieve right now. Right now we have like a ladies only class where it's kind of sanctuary. It's you're gonna have the ability to train with other girls, about normally similar weights, similar technical level, etc. What do you think the difference you think?
I actually thought it was really fun because all of the guys are really nice and nobody like monstered me. Like they knew by training here and like talking with you guys and stuff that's not what you do to somebody that is small. You don't just use all of your strength on them. So I actually had a really good experience. Yeah, I thought it was fun.
I think that's
rolling with bigger people, like testing myself. And if anything, it kind of being a smaller person was like I didn't have to put so much pressure on myself. You know what I mean? Like whereas if I feel like if I was a bigger person, I'd feel like, oh, maybe I have to like win so I didn't really feel like that, so much when I started.
The way you kind of saw it kind of helped you a little bit with your jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Like,
I think,
if I fail, like whatever, it's fine.
I think that does come a lot from like something that like some gyms do a good job of implementing. Like Eduardo always had like things around the gym saying if you're a white belt, you're not allowed to train with some of the women. If you're a blue and above, then you can train with them, things like that. So we've always like kind of like encourage people to be focusing on a particular way of training when they train with people smaller than them or physically less like dominating than them and that type of thing. So I think that has a lot to do with like the culture of the gym because like I haven't really witnessed it that much, but I've heard other people talk about certain MMA gyms or things that are quite rough where there isn't that same duty of care. And they don't really care I have stories of kids when when we went to boarding school and there's like a 16-year-old kid that's going to some MMA gym, training jiu-jitsu and boxing and stuff like that. And people just destroying them and breaking their noses and just beating the shit out of them. So, like, I think it's important, like you said, like you did your homework, you found a gym that had 5 stars and all these good reviews and that type of thing. And that also kind of helps with the kind of, like how you're received and that type of thing there. So, but that's very interesting. Like a lot of people might use that scenario as more of like an excuse to why they're going to be uncomfortable, but you figured out to kind of like, in a way to frame it in a way that it's like, oh, everyone's awesome and I'm not big, so I'm just going to like do whatever I can. So that's pretty interesting kind of way to look at it as well. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. If you haven't yet already, make sure you subscribe, like, and again, go and check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, like all our platforms. Give us a follow at bjj.101 on Instagram. and go and check out bjj101.com.au to access the full video library.